Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back to another episode. We're in Cape Town, South Africa. And you know what, this is the moment that I decided I'm gonna do this YouTube thing again for my running. And the number one reason really is that I believe in the consistency, resilience, persistence, discipline that it takes to keep this habit. I'm also at a very beautiful place in my life whereby I'm at a place where I have meditated and worked towards. Meditated during my runs and worked towards during the day. And I just hope that, through this journey, you guys are also able to catch some of the things, the gems, the intangibles that come from some of the little reflections that I have after the runs. So nevertheless, I'm sure I'll have more intelligent things to say while I'm not running. So yeah, let's get it.
Basically, what I was trying to say this morning was that for the longest time I've been trying to try. And in my trying to try, I've adopted this running thing. And this running thing has basically kept me sane. It has kept me honest. It has kept me accountable. It has kept me persistent and resilient in all other elements of my life, particularly the career one, because that was my main purpose, or finding my niche, my skill set, starting my job, getting the qualifications, whatever. That was the main focus. But adopting this voluntary labor of running, this voluntary thing of saying, there's a training program. Today it was 12 kilometers. It was quite difficult. I wasn't at home. So many different factors will come into play when it comes to following the program, and staying accountable to that program is what I love about running. And it's what has inspired me to now eventually just decide, man, just share the running journey. You understand? Because I'm not trying to be sharing about my life and this and this and this, because truthfully I find it to be a little invasive, but in a way that's not other people's problem or fault, because if you decided to share about your life, then it's up for criticism. But anyway, I'm going to be sharing my running journey, and today was day one, and I'm very excited to be doing this, even though I'm a little apprehensive. But I also know as time goes, I'll become more comfortable with it. So just for the stats, I'll put the stats over here, but I will actually also look at them from my watch. On my watch, it says I ran 12.54 kilometers, of which you can see over there, at 652 kilometers minutes per kilometer. Sorry, tired, long day. But nevertheless, now I am at the beach, and I am basically in fear at this very moment, because I'm about to do my ice bath. Truthfully, I'm always in fear, very much like the running, which is why I've always felt like I should talk about the running and do this. But the truth of the matter is, sometimes it's not comfortable, or people don't like to admit that they are having fear and experience fear. And running, you get fitter, but it doesn't get better. Especially if you're an endurance runner, you're training for a marathon. So as the weeks go, you have a lot of fatigue in the legs. But that's why there's a marathon build, and then there's a tapering just before the marathon where you run much less kilometers. So in the next coming weeks, if you see me running a lot, or you think it's a lot, or you think it's a little, let me know what you think about it. But that's just basically a understanding, or blueprint. So today was day one. Anxious for this ice bath. I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
Good morning. Back again from Cape Town City Center. I'm about to run a 5 kilometer time trial. I'm gonna do it at about maybe 70%. Quite tired. Last night had a networking event, so went to bed just before 11 or just before midnight. Not very keen for today's workout. My calves were trying to cramp yesterday before I did the ice bath. They tried to cramp before I slept. But you know, we keep at it, we keep the faith. And my meditation for today, man, is just believe, 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 believe. And believe, bro, until the last minute of the last second. Don't believe until the last quarter. Don't believe until you've conceded. Don't believe until it looks like you're gonna lose. No, believe until the last second of the last minute of the last, bro, maybe even the last. You understand? Just believe, bro. Just believe, bro. Just believe, bro. I'm telling you. And that is Tuesday's run completed. Yeah, this one was a difficult one. Mainly because I always preach do not eat under 4 hours before going to bed. Especially if you are a morning runner. Because with running, there's no procrastination, which means should you need the loo while you're running, you're in a little bit of poo-poo. But jokes aside, it just means you just need to endure. So that basically meant I couldn't go as hard as what I would have wanted. Ideally, I would have wanted a sub 5-minute 5K, but nevertheless, it's okay. It's coming out now. Let me just try to do this. So this right here is homemade electrolytes. I haven't got my electrolytes at home, but if you ever have a need and a lack of electrolytes, this is what you can do. Lemon water. I've already put in some sugar, and I've also put in some salt, quite a considerable amount of salt. It's very good for recovery. Don't say I didn't plug you, and don't say you always need to be buying expensive things to be maintaining your running habit. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is January the 31st, and your boy did not go for his morning run. Oh, but how stunning is that, right? Your boy did not go for his morning run, but he went for a gym session instead. One of those things, that's part of why I want to be doing this. It's because some days won't go how you plan or how you hope or how you wish, but you make an alternative, because the reality of it is I slept, I think, just after midnight or just before midnight last night. And today on the program was 18 kilometers, which means I probably had to start at 4 a.m. this morning. And as a result, because I need to still be productive and a human, I was not going to sleep just after 12 and wake up at 3:45 or 3:40 to go start running at 4 for 18 kilometer. I was just going to be too beat. Instead, I woke up just after 5, started my workout. Those who follow me on Instagram will have seen it. And yeah, basically now, just taking a little short walk, just because I do feel as though I do like to have moved and to have actually ran. So I'm about to start my run with Dawn. Fun fact, my black car was my first car, and its name was Dawn because of how much I love Dawn. Good morning, good morning. February 1st, back on the road. One of my colleagues or seniors was able to give me a charger yesterday, so that's very exciting. Back with the voluntary labor of pain. Today we're doing sprint repeats, and one of my very good friends sent me a message telling me about a story which is not very beautiful, but it's going to require her to, change her eating habits and whatnot. And literally, as I was leaving my hotel, I was thinking about, like, bro, I don't want to do this, what I'm doing right now, which is why I probably didn't even start the video until right now, because I had to just get into the zone. And yeah, man, reality of it is, I told her, like, bro, I'm happier about this for you. as difficult as it might be. Maybe I didn't even give context just now, but as difficult as things might be and might get. So anyway, the point I wanted to say was, life sometimes doesn't give us an opportunity to feel amazing about the things that will benefit us. Sometimes we have to do the things that will benefit us even while biting our teeth, clenching our fists, and pinching our toes and, cursing at the world. Which is why I love to do this in the morning, because I can curse at the world in the morning by myself, get my brain right, and have the attitude that I know I need to have for the day. Because at the end of the day, your behavior determines where you're gonna get to. And if you don't meditate about that, you are going to leak out negative energy in the wrong places, and it's going to be to your detriment. So make sure the brain is right. Not sure if this made the most sense. I'm just gonna finish my sprint repeats, see if I have any reflections thereafter. But yeah, first week of trying to come back to YouTube talking about running, and it's been very interesting. So I just got back in my room now, and the meditation for the day is basically, you will not always feel the way you want to feel in having or in executing the plans you said you want to execute. That's the short and long of it. I've been trying to think about a way to meditate, communicating it to Let me just leave it right there. Good morning. Excuse me. Good morning. Friday, the 2nd of February. I'm going down for a bicep and back day. I am frothing at how hard I'm gonna go. I'm also just waking up though.
Ground floor. Doors opening.
Just finished my gym session. It was absolutely glorious. I'm obviously tired. But today is Friday, so it's the rest day from running. I will be running tomorrow again, which will be a long run. Very, very excited about that. But yeah, I was literally just thinking to myself just now, wow, that's gorgeous. So anyway, I was thinking to myself as I was working out just now, and I was thinking I really value my journey towards physical prowess. And the funny part about it is that compared to most people, it will seem as though I've already gotten it. But that's exactly why I need to keep on pushing, keep on going. Because the reality of it is I'm trying to get mental prowess by virtue of pushing myself through my physical prowess. Prowess meaning just power. Or at least my association with it is power attained through effort and stress. Yeah, but nevertheless, I'm quite anxious about compiling all of these videos together and posting the first week of the vlogs, well, the running vlogs or running journey. But also know that in a couple of years' time, I'll have still been doing this at a different place, at a different level. And I'm just curious to see how I develop as I try to document it. So that is Friday sunrise. Hope you guys will be enjoying this. And if you did or do, man, send some love. If you didn't, man, send some hate. Because you know what? Positive or negative feedback for me, both of them going to the furnace that fuel me. So it be like that sometimes. Shouldn't admit it so proudly, because it is actually more difficult or more easier said than done. But it be like that sometimes. Shout out. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. February the 3rd, and we are on our labor of pain Saturday is the day that I love to go a little bit longer than usual because it gives you a lot more time on the road to just reflect on your thoughts. And if anything, I think the only thing that I have to say for this week is I didn't follow my training program as what I would have liked, but I also had other obligations that I'm not usually used to. So there's a quote that stays with me that relates to my body. And the quote basically says, "We treat the body rigorously so that it will not be disobedient to the mind." You know, that's a quote that stands and stays very strong with me. We treat the body rigorously so that it will not be disobedient to the mind. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have a good week. Smash it. Set those goals and smash them. Set those goals and chase them. Set those goals and persevere. Set those goals and conquer. And never forget to embrace the chaos.